This, folks, is Randall L. Wolf. Mr. Wolf here thinks it's alright to come move into the neighborhood. Well, the only problem is, Mr. Randall L. Wolf is a registered sex offender. And he wants to move to 1002 Walnut Street in the city of Green Bay. And Green Bay has a little residency board for sex offenders like Mr. Wolf. And they're going to ask him a bunch of questions to see if they think that it's okay for him to move into their neighborhood. Well, we're first going to take a look at where Mr. Wolf wants to live, and we'll let you guys decide if you think it's okay for him to or not, and then we'll see what the board has to say. Okay, here we are at 1002 Walnut Street. Well, it says 1000 right up here, but take a stroll over this way, and as you can see, there's more apartments on the side, so I'm assuming 1002 is this one over here. Anyways, take a look around the neighborhood. To me, it looks like too good of an area for a sex offender. You know, houses like these have a lot of kids in them. Let's say we take a walk around the neighborhood here, eh? See what's going on. Hey, that's an AA building. I knew that ahead of time, though. So we're going to go down to this first street. See what's going on over here. Turn the corner. Apartment complex. Some more nice houses over here. Let's go down a couple blocks. You guys are getting what I'm putting down, right? Yeah. One block. And we're almost to the second block. And here we are. Will you look at that? A park where kids can play. Where a sex offender lives just 3 blocks away. Let's take a better look at the park over here. See how big it is and whatnot. Well, that's a big park. Oh, and look. There's kids. Huh. Probably take them a whole 5 minutes to walk there, if that. I don't think this is a suitable area for a sex offender. What do you guys think?
Of Randall Wolf requesting to move to 1002 East Walnut Street, Apartment 3.
In the interest of full disclosure, Mr. Wolf was a client of mine for a few.
All right.
I feel like
Is he working with that teacher? Yeah. So like that, so he was acting commissioner. Yeah. Okay. Well, also like thank you. Have a good day. Have a good day, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Mr. Wolf, if you want to go ahead and tell us about your offense, and please do not use any victims' names or relation.
Okay. I want to thank you for allowing me this opportunity. And my offense was I was using the Wi-Fi from my neighbor's house because I was an online student at college student, and my computer crashed and I couldn't get it fixed. And so I asked my neighbor to come over to fix it for me because I was in the middle of the semester, and so he fixed it, and then he went back to his house and got a USB drive. Is that right? USB drive? Okay. Sometimes I get the letter mixed up. And he brought it back over to me, and he told me that the instructions were on there in case my computer ever crashed again, that those instructions would fix my computer. I said, okay, well, that's great. Then I don't have to bother you with that. So, what happened was he was downloading child pornography on his computer, and they did a search warrant on his house. And then because I was using the Wi-Fi, they came over to my place and they asked me a few questions, and then they said that they were going to get a search warrant and check my computer for child pornography. And what happened is later on, I got ahead of myself. Later on, I had taken that after my computer was fixed. I took the USB drive and I plugged it into my computer, and child pornography came up on it. I saw it. I pulled it out immediately, and I didn't watch it, and I didn't masturbate to it. And so they, when they came in to do the search warrant, they found it on my computer. So I was charged with child pornography at that time, or a year later, actually. I went to prison for it, but I don't know what else to say.
All right, Lieutenant, is that consistent with what is in the complaint and the police records?
Based off this, there were several exhibits pulled from his residence where he was charged with 10 counts of possession of child pornography.
All right, does the board have any questions?
So does that mean it wasn't just on his computer? Lieutenant?
I don't know if you heard you.
Lieutenant, does that mean that there was child pornography found other than on his computer?
This is a rather lengthy criminal complaint, so I would have to dig a lot more. If you can give me about 5 minutes, I'll give you an answer.
All right, in the meantime, does the board have any questions?
None here.
All right, Randall, what we want to discuss next is any treatment that you've received. We can do that in open session, or we can close session to discuss your treatment.
Open's fine.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and tell us about any treatment, when you had it and where, whether it was in prison or since you've been out?
When I was in prison, they determined that I didn't need any sexual offense treatment. And so, but I am on a waiting list to go through treatment at Dynamics Family Solutions Mental Health Clinic. And my PO is the one that signed me up for that. I'm on a waiting list, and she's got the documentation here if you want to see it.
Does the board have any questions?
You know when that's supposed to start, Randall? You know when it's supposed to start? Your treatment?
It says January they'll have spots open.
I have a question. Did you ever do any drug treatment plans?
No, because I went through, well, a long time ago I did. I went through 13, I've been sober for 13 years. I went through Bellin Health 13 years ago. I went through detox, the rehabilitation, and the aftercare, and I've been sober ever since.
Okay, thank you.
Does the board have any other questions?
None here.
I do show items found on other exhibits than just the hard drive.
Can you tell us where they were found?
One lists here as a USB key. One was a 1 terabyte hard drive from the southwest bedroom. The USB key contained 33 videos of child pornography. It talks about obviously all the videos. And based off what I see here, those are the two items.
All right, thank you. Does the board have any questions based on that?
None here. No.
I do have a question. Randall, are you allowed to use the computer unsupervised?
Yeah, yes, because I'm homeless and I'm working with the VA for a homeless program in order to, and I have a sheet here from Brown County VA. I don't know. He said it was in your packet paperwork, but I don't know if it was. So I got a copy of it. I'm working with them to find a place to live. And, well, I'm sorry, what was your question again?
Whether or not you're allowed to have unsupervised computer time.
Yeah, to look for an apartment, I was allowed to, and then after a couple of months, they my PO and allowed me to use it for other things too, for looking for a job or shopping at Amazon, things like that.
All right. Randall, do you have anybody here to speak on your behalf?
No. Well, I've got just this sheet paper from the Brown County VA. Joe, he sent this paper over. He couldn't appear in person because he had a conflict in his schedule, so he sent this paper over.
There is a correction that is the 1 terabyte hard drive. The USB key is what we use to transfer the video, so he is correct on the 1 terabyte hard drive.
Okay, thank you. Does the board have any questions?
No.
None here.
All right. Does the board want to have any discussion, or does somebody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion that we accept the application for address specific.
I'll second.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, Randall, you have been approved to move to 1002 East Walnut Street, Apartment 3. If you do move within the city limits of Green Bay, you will have to come back before us. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good luck, Mr. Wolf.
Thank you.
Well, what do you guys think? I think they didn't listen to a word that was said. I mean, even the detective seems like a nice guy and everything, but none of these people realize that when you put a USB stick in a computer, you have to actually see the files come up and then you click download to wherever you want them to go. You don't put in a USB drive and then just pull it out and everything just gets downloaded to your computer instantly. Things don't happen like that. The other problem I had with this Chomo was the fact that he tried to blame everything on his neighbor. He never took responsibility for anything. And I surely would never ever want anyone like that living next to me. Would you? Say, excuse me, Judge. How many times do I need to show these videos until people become aware?
Multiple times.
Happy birthday, dear Ellie.
Now, Ellie, remember, this is our special secret.
Uncle Jim.
1 in 5 children is sexually abused before they turn 18.
Make a wish, but remember, it's a secret.
Do you know the signs?
I just want everyone to go home.
Learn more about the risks of child sexual abuse at sapria.org.
When a child experiences trauma, they can be stripped of their ability to imagine. But imagination is colors. All the colors. Imagination is freedom. And whatever you want it to be. But a child without imagination is not a child at all. Will you help defend our right to imagine?